Good to know where he gets his information on Chicago politics.
Can't help it, Windy City, Amazon.com.
Yeah, so that's
I like
one way.
this. But this, I mean, you wrote this before, way before.
I did, yeah. But before last week's scandal with Governor Blagojevich.
But I was going to say, you know why I hesitated?
By the way, this is on the mic with our this is open mic with our friend Juan Williams.
Thank you, Scott. But you know why I said that is because it's hard to believe that it's just at this moment. I mean, Illinois, as someone said this week, Illinois, if it's not the most corrupt state in the nation, is a real competitor for the title.
This was the head of the Chicago FBI office who has some basis of comparison when it comes with other states. Yeah.
And so here you are in Windy City long ago writing about just this issue.
Well, no, it's got national implications, obviously, this week, because you have President-elect Obama, is from the state, has never been close to Governor Blagojevich, but on the other hand, there's some questions raised, obviously, about whatever associations they've had. And certainly now you have Congressman Jackson's name has been brought into it. Tell us what some of the implications are nationally.
Well, the big implication this week, I think that I think people are feeling more deeply today than ever is what's going on with Jesse Jackson Jr. Mm-hmm. Jesse Jackson Jr. was truly a rising star in Illinois politics, but also in national politics. Mm-hmm. He's the next generation, in a way, in terms of black politics. He's a guy that's identified closely with President-elect Obama. He was co-chair of the campaign. Mm-hmm. This is a young man born in 1965, right in the midst of all the civil rights activism that made his father, Jesse Jackson, so famous. Then you get him coming up, going to prep school here in Washington. He gets then a degree from his father's alma mater, North Carolina A&T University, and then goes on and gets a theological degree. I mean, really following in the path of his dad. But where his dad was attacking Obama and thought of Obama as a pretender, a poseur who had come up and didn't come up through the civil rights movement, didn't come up through the pulpit, here was Jesse Jackson Jr. embracing Obama as representing a new wave of black politics in the country. So he's in line with people like Cory Booker, the mayor of Newark, New Jersey. He's in line with Deval Patrick, the governor of Massachusetts. It's a new wave, and yet he has become deeply entangled in this scandal, because the suggestion is that, it's more than a suggestion, his own lawyer has confirmed he is candidate number 5 in the documents that the U.S. Attorney Patrick Fitzgerald has put out. And candidate number 5 is there, apparently the suggestion is that Governor Blagojevich believed he was going to get $500,000 in exchange for naming candidate number 5. And now we know about lunches and dinners that being held, some of them involving Jesse Jackson Jr.'s brother, Jonathan, on the very same day that this the conversation was taped with the governor talking about he could get this $500,000 if he names candidate number 5.
Yeah, so in a federal investigation, and of course there's every possibility of a Blagojevich trial on the horizon, these questions could keep coming up for the next year or more.
Easily. And here's the other part of it. Even now, it's just... You're very good at this because you're from Chicago, but this is really small-town politics in which it seems like everybody's related. Yeah. Like, to me, it was a stunner to realize that Mike Madigan, who's the Speaker of the House and a Democrat...
Oh, he's the father...
of Lisa Madigan.
Who's the Attorney General, who's now gone into court, who's now gone before the state Supreme Court to ask that Governor Blagojevich be relieved of command.
Or how about this one?
Yeah.
Can you believe that Blagojevich's father-in-law...
Dick Mell.
...is an alderman in Chicago who has been just at ends, enmity with Mayor Daley.
Yes.
And, of course, what you have is that President-elect Obama comes out of the Daley relationships machines.
Yes. The most important people in his campaign were all veterans
Daley
of Daley.
People, including Axelrod and the like. Mm-hmm. But then you get a situation where now you get Dick Mell is angry at the governor. Yeah. And so I mean, it just never stops. It never stops with all this kind. And here we come now with Jesse Jackson Jr. and his dad and his brother all tied into this same corrupt network, apparently, allegedly, and being dragged down. And the fear is that it could also infect President-elect Obama, because don't forget, just as you see the same businessman who is raising money for the Jacksons and very close to the Jacksons being close to Governor Blagojevich, you also have a situation in which people like Tony Rezko, who were key to President-elect Obama's rise in Chicago politics, are close to Governor Blagojevich. And Tony Rezko, of course, is in jail. Tony Rezko may be wanting to talk to try to reduce his jail time, just as Blagojevich may want to talk. And who's he going to talk about if he's talking to the U.S. attorney?
Right.
It's going to talk about President-elect Obama.
That's how you get attention from a U.S. attorney, isn't it?
I'm telling you.
Well, we're also going to talk about this on our radio show, Weekend Edition. Juan, thanks for being with us.
My pleasure, Scott.
Talk to you next week.
Check it out. Check it out. He's giving me a percentage. But it's not corruption.
Yeah, a Chicago percentage. No. You scratch my back.
I won't go any farther.